Wild, wild NFC West. The Hawks, the Rams, the Niners separated by just a half a game at the midway point of the season. The key here is that division record, because we have the Niners sitting at 3-0 in the division. Obviously, that could be important later. And we have two NFC West matchups this weekend. So that brings us to That Cap, where our NFL researcher, Evan Kaplan, is going to dig deep into these numbers and help us take a look at the top of the NFC West.
Yeah, Hannah, so these two teams, not just the best in the division, they might be the best in the NFC right now. Talking about points margin this season, the Rams have outscored their opponents by 82 points, Seahawks 81. Those are the two best margins in the NFC. As you just said, both 6-2. And think about the losses for these two teams. The Rams led by 19 in a loss to the Eagles, lost by 3 in overtime to the 49ers. The Seahawks, 2 losses by 7 combined points. So 6-2 with a ton of close losses. What's a big reason these teams are playing so well? It's quarterback play, right? We talk about it every week, every day on this show. Matthew Stafford at 37 years old, it's hard to be playing better than he is right now. He leads the NFL in touchdown passes. He leads the NFL in passing yards per game. Sam Darnold on the Seahawks, I was up here talking about him a few weeks ago, continue to play well. Leads the NFL in yards per attempt. He's second in total QBR, just behind Lamar Jackson. So that's what's happened so far for these two teams. Let's dig into what's going to happen going forward, especially with the Rams starting this Sunday against the 49ers, who we just said they lost to the first time. This is our NFL playoff predictor using our analytics. Look at this number here. The Rams have a 36% chance to win the NFC West right now. If they win on Sunday, that's up to 53. A loss, and they're down to just 19. So a massive game with the Rams. But look at this. They play the Seahawks in week 11. So a win this week, 53%. Another win, now you're up to 70% for the Rams to win their second straight NFC West title. So 2 huge weeks coming up for LA. And guys, the numbers tell me the Rams are playing the best of any team in the NFC right now. Can we go in cap or no cap on that?
I'm going to say no cap. I agree with that. And I think the thing that stands out is this offensive performance. You're talking about Matthew and throwing the ball. I would tell you this. The evolution of this offense is really interesting. Years ago, run game-wise, it was like this exotic, super creative thing. It's not really right now. The run game in LA is super boring. It's super simple. It's one of the reasons why they're the least negative play offense in the league. I mean, they only have 24 negative plays this season. That's absolutely spectacular. They really get creative in their pass game. Their pass game, they use motion, they hunt matchups. That's their creativity. So the reality is Sean McVay's gotten to a point with this pass game where he says, the only thing that I can do to hurt us is to get into second and long or third and long with negative plays. Their run game is so basic. They run the same run essentially 90% of the game. And so I think that builds an unbelievable efficiency in their run game, not explosive, but the pass game is the real driver to capitalizing off of constantly being in good situations.
Then we look at that young, talented defense on the other side. And Mac Jones had his second highest QBR of the season against them. What are you looking for in this particular
I want them to make the adjustment in the middle of the football field. If you go back and you watch that game, there was a lot of pre-snap movements and shifts that gave Mac Jones an opportunity to survey the defense and also understand where he needed to go with the football right away. I want to see what Chris Shula's going to do to combat that. And we have to think back to that game. That was a huge game for Kendrick Bourne with catch and run. There was a great back shoulder throw to Demarcus Robinson in the high red zone. And he also used Christian McCaffrey extremely heavy in the pass game. I want to see what that adjustment is going to be, because in between the numbers, Mac Jones had 236 yards passing, and that's the highest he's had all year.
I guess we're picking the game at this point, and yeah, we're all on the Rams. Mina?
That would put the Rams at 50%.
Mina, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I think the Rams offense right now is just a freaking juggernaut, guys. Like, I'm watching them, and I'm trying to find flaws, and I just can't. Mac Jones was awesome the last time these teams played. I think he'll play well. I just don't think he can keep up.
Yeah, Mac Jones, 5-2 for the Niners, though, right?
Mac Jones has been playing his butt off.
Pretty impressive.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
The other 6-2 team in the division, the Seahawks, they've been very efficient in the red zone. The Cardinals defense has not. The point of emphasis has been the run game. The Hawks have the highest rush rate in the red zone this season. Trying to open things up for Sam Darnold and his good friend, Jackson Smith-Njigba. All right, the Seahawks made a splash at the trade deadline. They add Rashid Shaheed to pair with JSN. They boost that passing attack. Yeah. RC, how much of an impact is that going to have?
You know what? I could be foolish. I believe this is huge. Rashid Shaheed and Clint Kubiak's offense early on was absolutely dynamic. The way he could take the top off of a defense and that level of explosive passing was out of this world. The way that Sam Darnold is throwing the ball, the way that Jackson Smith-Njigba is absolutely uncoverable this year, this could be an added piece to give explosiveness to this offense that it hadn't had. When you watch JSN run by people, you sit back and you go, I just don't know why or how they can't keep up with him. When you see Rashid Shaheed run by people, you're like, oh, I get it. And so now you add those two, have them on the field at the same time with the way they're pairing this with the run game and play action. I think this could be a game-changing trade for the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Yeah, a lot of other trades might have gotten a little bit more buzz, but I absolutely love this one. Let's talk about those Cardinals, though, because, Mina, they showed some grit on Monday night. I mean, they snapped that 5-game losing streak. Yeah. They beat the Cowboys. How can they build upon that and potentially pull off an upset?
Sneaky underrated defense in Arizona. Maybe not after the Cowboys game, but the young players are all playing really well. They won't have Will Johnson or their starting linebacker. That's big. But I think schematically, and especially after listening to Ryan talk about the explosivity in the passing game, I would not be surprised if Nick Rallis, the defensive coordinator, begs Seattle to run the ball. This team already plays too high coverage at the 4th highest rate in football. They're going to put a roof on them. And Seattle, as good as they've been in the passing game, they've mostly feasted on single high, and they have not been good at running the ball even when they put heavy bodies on the field. So I would look to see, and I think this is a really important challenge for the Seahawks going forward. If a defense basically begs you to run the ball, can you punish them for it? And then, when they play those coverages, contrary to some people's belief, you can beat quarters over the top. Rashid Shaheed could be a big part of that. We saw it in New Orleans. I think Seattle will do the same.
Contrary to some people.
Pass to the flat, 3rd and 17.
Throw that flat route.
Throw it to the flat.
What way to do it? Oh, no. And for that, we get a gong. There we go. We're all on the Hawks. All right. We're going to start with that game for our play sheet presented by ESPN Sportsbook. So, Dan, Sam Darnold, does he pass for 260 or more yards in this one?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go over. And I would say I would be very surprised if within the first 2 or 3 series of this game, there is not a ball over 50 yards to Shaheed down the field. Don't forget, he played in this offense last year. This is not an intelligence thing where he has to learn a completely new scheme. He's going to step right in. They're going to either have a pylon or a post, and Sam's going to launch it.
All right, Mina, let's look at the Bills, that run game with James Cook. Is he going to rush for 80 or more yards against the Dolphins?
Yeah, this is an over for me. A reeling Dolphins team that traded away Jalen Phillips. It's not a good run defense. The Buffalo Bills might have the best run game in football with Cook, so that's an over.
Okay, RC, give us an anytime touchdown from Lions and Commanders.
I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. He was stifled last week versus the Minnesota Vikings. I thought they had an excellent plan to stop him and also rush Jared Goff. The Washington Commanders are reeling on the defensive side of the ball. I expect some explosive plays from Jahmyr Gibbs in the run and the pass.
Lions got to snap out of it.
Yeah.
Come on. $10 bet on our play sheet wins you $42 and, very importantly, 73 cents. Coming up, Dan and RC are headed to the touchscreen. They're going to take you inside the reasons why the Ravens defense has turned things around lately. You don't want to miss it, and score more from the game this football season with ESPN Bet. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code LIVE to get started today.
em mấy con sâu này
Đây em đang ăn này.
em thấy được. Có vẻ mang một ít xôi về nhà được không?
Vâng.
Về đâu mà anh chị ăn làm sao đi? Qua bên này chắc là điện là bóng ấy, bật bạch chút được sáng. Ngoài ở ngoài đường qua điện rất là bóng, chỉ đi làm người là đeo.
Ngõ này toàn người đi đá bóng.
Anh ta đi rồi.